Hello, this is Kathy with Cinemondo, and I am doing a full review, non-spoilers, for HanuMan. It's a new Telugu film. It is super low budget superhero origin story. Let's get into it. This is a film directed by Prasanth Varma, and he's doing basically a universe type bid for more of these films, probably more superhero universe. We know how that is with Marvel. I was very interested in checking this out because I love origin stories. I'm not a huge superhero person, but I do love the origin story movies. Those are very cool to me. So very interested in seeing how they're going to handle it. So it's starring Teja Sajja. He's got a certain kind of innocence that really carries this movie. You're rooting for him the whole time. He, of course, is going to be our origin story. Now, it starts off with like a little flashback to when these little kids who are obsessed with superheroes. The one kid is especially obsessed. He would wear a cape. He'd stand up on the rooftop and he'd have his friend blow a fan on him. And he would, act like the superhero. But unfortunately, he took it a little too far. He jumps off the roof, breaks his leg. Not a good look. And kind of brings him back down to earth on his superhero powers. He's still into it. We find out he's actually ends up being the bad guy. The big bad in this movie is Michael. He's played by Vinay Rai. They give us his origin story first, which I thought was kind of an interesting little misdirect because you're assuming it's going to be, the Teja Sajja, who is Anamatu. He's basically a petty thief, steals stuff all the time. He's a little shady. All right. So, but he has an older sister who both basically takes care of him. They're very close in this village. It's like everyone's kind of, it's a small village. And they also have a lot of reaction shots of the monkey that I thought was so good. So Deepak Shetty comes to the village and acts like he's like the big savior of the world. He comes in, he wants to take control. He thinks he's helping everyone, but it's all just a gambit. It's like that's not what's happening. So the film starts off with very beautiful CGI of like these drone shots flying over the water through mountains. Fantastic sequence where Teja Sajja gets thrown into the water. He's going down into the water. He finds this beautiful, like the sparkling thing in the water where he picks up the stone and he takes it. And that's where he gets his superhero powers. He has to have the stone. So with that being said, anyone who finds out what the stone does, well, there could be trouble, right? So the thing I liked about this film, this is a very low budget film. They did a lot, especially with the open sequences of the CGI and creating this world. Teja Sajja does a great job of pulling us in his situation and creating someone to root for. And when we see him starting to explore his powers, it's the classic, he has a stone and no one really takes him seriously. He's not a tough guy, but then he's like able to get rid of bullies and he's throwing people through the air. And all of a sudden he starts realizing that the stone is the key. Vinay Rai plays Michael. That's not a scary name. It's a very scary name, but he comes to the village and he was also, he's an actor who's also in the movie The Doctor, which was great. It seems like a movie would not be funny, but it was actually really funny. So I enjoyed that. But anyway, so we have some moments where, the clashing between, and I don't want to give too many spoilers away, but there's a big fight at the end, no surprise, but that's where the effects get a little weak and it doesn't, because the actors are so enjoyable and because you're getting so pulled into the characters. I didn't mind so much that the budget was kind of showing a little bit at the end because this was a low budget trying really hard and bringing more depth and heart to it than it even needed to. So I didn't mind so much seeing a little bit of the stunts not look so great, but we saw so much great. So I really enjoyed how they really brought a lot to the story and made you care about the characters and that there was a lot at stake. That really matters. They also had some cool effects. Like I liked that when Teja Sajja is, attacking people or jumping on him, they would have like kind of an x-ray vision showing bones breaking inside the body, which was kind of a cool little effect. That was kind of fun. That was something extra they didn't have to do, but it brought extra layers to the film, like a little bit more production value that was probably an easy effect to do, but that helped add a bigger budget look to it. Now, everything about this was about trying to hide the budget. And so they spent their money really well. Unlike some other CGI movies I've seen, they put the money where it mattered. They probably could have saved a little bit for the ending, but mostly they draw you into this magical world. You care and rooting for the characters. That beautiful sequence with the water, it was top notch. It was gorgeous when he's flying through the air past the moon and he's falling to the water and the swimming. Really well done. So they get lots of points for that. I also like how some of the characters kept saying Shazam, which is funny because another superhero. So that was kind of a funny little gag. And maybe it means something else too, but I thought that was really cute. Overall, I really enjoyed this film because I feel like it was trying to do more for the superhero characters versus the big effect sequences. They had them and they had HanuMan as their, the god who was, guiding and giving him strength. but mostly I liked how they made that matter, the spirituality of the Hanu-Man character and what the power meant and who it would affect. I love that aspect of it. Again, love the monkey. The monkey was awesome. It was a crowd pleaser. It amped up the stakes. It was a fun movie. It wasn't taking itself too seriously, except when the few emotional moments really mattered. So I would recommend this film, knowing that it's low budget and knowing that it's mostly about the characters and the origin story. I think everybody will have a good time with that. People have been asking me to review it. I saw Adi Paresh and that was so bad, so I was kind of reluctant to see another movie like that. But I'm glad I went because this was really special. And so if you haven't seen Hanu-Man, give it a shot. They do a lot with what they have. They made a beautiful film. You could tell they really cared about it. There was a lot of love went into making this movie, a lot of care. And I'm actually really interested in seeing the next thing that this director does, because I feel like he set out a calling card for more films like this, and they'll probably get a bigger budget next time, and he'll be able to realize his vision fully. I think he mostly did. So anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of this film. And if you saw it, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. I'd love to hear more about this. I know I missed a lot. The movie bit went by really fast. I'm sure I missed a lot of cool little Easter eggs, a lot of little extra things that I may not have noticed. So be sure and put in the comments what I might have missed, because I want to know. Because I'm fully invested in this character. I want to see more Hanu-Man. Give me another Hanu-Man movie. I want to see it. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.